What's happening, guys? Alright, we already been doing this flight for over an hour, I would say. I'm flying at 2x speed. We are currently at flight level 360 and crossing right over the top of Fort Stockton, Texas at the moment. And on our way to KLAX. Alright, so, yeah, being a trucker, I've stopped in Fort Stockton many times. There are a couple of truck stops here in the area. Give you guys an idea, if you guys know the area very well. This route right here takes you right over here. That's Pecos, Texas, right there. And you hit Balmaria over here as well, and I think somewhere in this area. And I-10 will meet up with I-20, not too far up this way. Now, David is right there. He's flying a little more north. He ended up flying right over San Angelo area, maybe just a bit to the north of San Angelo. And I think he's flying a little bit more direct Midland, Odessa area, whereas I'm flying further south. And as I mentioned, I'm getting mixed up with them crossing over it. Okay, yeah. So this will be Interstate 10 right here. And what's that other one? 285? Yeah. Just my zoom. Okay, again, Pecos right here. This is Interstate 20. Over this way should be Midland, Odessa. Looks like David's already passed it. They're still continuing to fly a bit further north. Like he's flying a little more direct toward the general Paso area. I'm not aware of any waypoints yet where he and I have that are the same on both of our routes, but yeah, I figured once we get a little closer, I assume our paths are going to have to converge somewhere. I just don't know where. I know we're on the same arrival procedure, same runway to land on and all that. I just don't know about if there are any other waypoints prior to that we're going to cross. But yeah, we eventually will. Alright, you see here I'm in the UPS 747. David's also in a 747. I think he's in an American Airlines livery, or if I remember right. Mach 0.84. Well, real-time speed is more like Mach 1.7-ish. That's only because I'm running a 2x speed though. Alright, we got somebody coming, looking like they're coming straight toward us. Year Impala 63, I think it says. Like a 737 or something. Yeah, 737 Max 8. BWTC, I don't know what that is though. Okay, that city off there, straight off the nose, should be El Paso. I already knew in advance that I'm flying direct El Paso, or that El Paso is directly in my route. Okay, here's I-10 and I-20 converge. And, alright, this is probably going to be, my brain fart on the town of Von Horn. I've been through, that's another one. I've stopped in Von Horn so many times. State Route 118. That right there should be Von Horn. And oh, you guys can see it well, but there's a road that comes down this way and then curves off in that direction. That is US 90. I can see it just barely. We're going off in that direction. 90 will move back down toward in the general direction of Laredo. It doesn't go through Laredo, but it goes in a general direction. Same day. Yeah, Smokey or Impala, same guy, so alright, he's 86 miles away and closing. He might be flying at normal sim rate. And I'd imagine, yeah, he's only at flight level 310 or so. 300, 310, I don't know. That altitude, he should be flying eastbound though. It depends, because the way the altimeter, you know, we're up above flight level 180, you gotta set your altimeter to 2992. But the actual altimeter, you know, yeah, in the area could be different. Like David is watching the stream now. Was Joey, Nickby, I got the Delta Airlines number. Okay, so David is in the Delta number. I thought it was American. Major Verge at Metkey or Eastwood. Okay, Eastwood definitely, because Eastwood is the transition that we're going to use for the arrival procedure that we're using. Sure, we're both going to be crossing Eastwood, but Metkey, I'll have to check my FMS. Yeah, this guy looked like he's running maybe 2x sim rate as well. No, or maybe, yeah, see, he keeps jumping from 79 to 81. Yeah, I would venture guess he's also running 2x and also heading westbound. Okay, let me see if Metkey is okay, El Paso and then Alibi and then San Simon, Arizona. Item BXK, I would imagine is Buckeye, but I don't know for sure. Could be Bixby or whatever as well, but let's see, 124. Miles from San Simon to Item, that would be around the 300 mile marker. 100, yeah, BXK should be Buckeye or somewhere in that ballpark. Because based on the miles and my knowledge of I-10, San Simon is like exit 370 something over there, so another 70 nautical miles and definitely put us past, closer to the Tucson area where Item would be. I don't know for sure exactly where Item is, but I would expect it to be somewhere near Tucson. Then, yeah, let's go ahead and get zoomed back in. I am almost to El Paso. It's the El Paso area right here. And this should be, I think, Las Cruces right up here on the right. Yeah, it looks like David might already be past El Alamogordo. It's vintage muffin 19.
1634 contact Albuquerque Center on 132.65.
This should, I think this might be Alamogordo.
132.65 for Zane 1634. Albuquerque Center, Zane 1634, flight level 360.
On there.
Zane 1634, Albuquerque Center.
Yeah, see there's a route right there that converges. That should definitely be Alamogordo. The vintage Muffin 19 is probably over at Holloman Air Force Base. And this should be US 70 right here.
1634, contact Albuquerque Center on 128.2.
This is US 70, this is White Sands missile range over here. Come through this mountain over here into Las Cruces. And then this is US 54 right here.
Zane 1634, did you
Yeah, I
copy?
heard.
Going to 128.2.
You're being
Zane
impatient.
1634.
I'm running at 2x speed, so that's why it takes me longer than
Albuquerque Center,
expected.
Zane 1634, flight level 360.
Zane 1634, Albuquerque Center, radar contact, continue to idle.
Yeah, and then this is Tularosa right up here. It's only about a 10-mile trip from Alamogordo to Tularosa. And then US 70 and 54 run together through here, and then they split off. 70 comes across over here through the mountains to over to Roswell, New Mexico, and then 54 continues up this way, ends up in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. Let me tell you something. I freaking hate driving through El Paso. One of my least favorite towns to go through. Okay, I look like we're flying fly almost right toward the Mexican border here, it looks like. That border right there. Get my map over there. Interesting. I-10 right over here. Deming, and then that should be the highway that comes up there from Deming toward, that should be at, right, should be Bayard right here, after the end of that dogleg right, and then it curves off the left, and that should be Silver City right there. And straight to the south from Deming, Puerto Palomas, Guadalupe. 0.7 and cruise at 0.78. Yeah, we should gain on them, but it's going to be slow. Heading, and then this might be Lawrenceburg, New Mexico over here. Another town I'm very familiar with. Yeah, Lawrenceburg is in the right spot there for that curve. And up this way should be the San Simon area. I will be crossing San Simon. Actually, I'm getting ready to cross Alibi here in a second. I'll be making a right turn, and I should be direct San Simon here pretty soon. I know most Americans will call it San Simon, but my wife's a Spanish speaker. She'll give me hell if I don't say it in Spanish. Alright, let's take a look where David is at. Yeah, he's still off over to the north. Alright, so yeah, I just passed Lawrenceburg, I think. What was that, Debbie? Oh, I just passed Debbie. This is Lawrenceburg right up here. David should be getting closer to the Arizona border, perhaps by Duncan or Fort Marino. We might even be up further north, I don't know. And he's going to go right up by the mountains there. They're in the, like the White Mountains, I think, possibly in Arizona.
Saying 1634 contact Albuquerque Center on 134.45. Good day.
134.45, Zane 1634. Albuquerque Center, Zane 1634, flight level tree 60.
Zane 1634, Albuquerque Center. Radar contact. Continue to item.
It's in between, I think. Does not look like there's a highway over by San Simon. I think we might already. No, that's still Lawrenceburg. I'm getting myself mixed up. And you can see Lawrenceburg Airport right there on the Lawrenceburg Municipal Airport right there on the south side of the highway. Going up to Duncan and Pima and should eventually, I think, get up there to Globe. Yeah, that's another way you can get up to Phoenix. Okay, right over here by these mountains here is the Arizona and New Mexico border. And this should be San Simon. And Bowie, and then Wilcox over here on the other side of this curve. Yeah, in fact, on the map I can see this lake or whatever this is there. Wilcox Playa Natural Landmark. That's what that is. Okay, well, playa is the Spanish word for beach, so that's exit 340. Over this way, it might be Benson. I don't know if it's that far out. Yeah, it could be Benson. And I would expect this to be the Tucson area, and that up there might be Phoenix. Alright, yeah, looks like we're starting to get a little bit closer to David now. I don't know, I'm not seeing any info on his label to show how far away we are. Alright, David says Phoenix is coming into view for him. Yeah, I do believe that should be Phoenix up that way off to the right. I'm currently tracking right in between Tucson and Phoenix, though. Okay. Yeah, I don't have Malvey or whatever that waypoint was. I forgot. So yeah, from as best I can tell, Eastwood's going to be the spot where we can converge. We get zoomed in. We'll probably need to get rid of that route discontinuity. Yeah, it's in between Old Crane and Eastwood, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, progress. LAX is 467 away. 747 zoom times are expected arrival. That is just over an hour out right now. So, yeah, it's not going to take, I mean, especially at 2x speed. Well, it's about 30 minutes from now when, you know, at ETA at 2x speed, but I'm going to slow down to 1x probably when you start descending. So that could be about 15 minutes from now, realistically. It's 10:10 right now, local time, or 22:10 military time, and so about, I'd imagine somewhere around 25-ish, 20 to 25 after. So probably where we'll start getting descent clearance. David says I'm about 70 miles from him to a southwest. Alright, got a Resius 2976 and an F-35 Lightning. Looks like he might be on the ground. Yeah, he's holding at 1,840 feet. In globe or something. This is Tucson over here, and that's Phoenix, so that might be in blue. That'd be my best guess. That's what it looks like. Yeah, I'm looking for evidence of Casa Grande, which is about halfway between Phoenix and Tucson. Could be it right there in front of us. I do expect that I'll be passing south of Phoenix since we're going to be going straight toward Buckeye. And let me double check where I'm correct now. I'm correct item 22 miles out, within Buckeyes right after that. David crossing over San Carlos Airport. I think David sometimes he tends to have that visual assisting up to see what airport I can turn mine on to see what's nearby. I'm not a fan of seeing those rectangles and shit, and there's a lot of little airfields, and I already know that this is the Phoenix area. Active duty time was right here at David Stockton Air Force Base, right there in this black spot where these two markers are at. The one on the right is probably David Stockton, and the one on the left is probably AMAR, but
163, contact Albuquerque Center on 132.35. Good day.
132.35 for Zane 1634. Albuquerque Center, Zane 1634,
Okay.
flight level
Tucson Airport's over
360.
here to the south side of I-10, and then this will be Davis Monthan
Zane
Airport.
1634,
Namor,
Albuquerque Center.
yeah, the boneyard
Radar
is
contact.
right there.
Continue to Bravo.
But
X-ray
they
kilo.
use the same airfield that they use the same. They use Davis Monthan's runway to get in and out. Yeah, it's fun being stationed there. Alright, yeah, this. Yeah, that should be I-10 right here. Why does it seem like Casa Grande is disproportionately closer to Phoenix? And it's not. I mean, that's accurate. Because in my mind, I always think it's right around halfway
Zane
between the two.
163, contact Albuquerque Center on 125.4. Good day. Zane 1634.
I'm trying to acknowledge, but you're stepping on me and doing it. Shut up.
Going to 125.4, Zane 1634. Albuquerque Center, Zane 1634.
Zane 1634, Albuquerque Center. Radar contact. Continue to Bravo X-ray kilo.
Okay. As expected, there's a fair amount of activity over in this area. And going in 36.8. Like summer celebrity 642, I think it says. Up here in Impala, looked like he's landing in Phoenix. He's already, that's the same guy we were following for a while there. Alright, David is over to Sky Harbor Airport area now. Bud 05. This looks like probably Chandler or something. And these guys are probably over at Mesa. Oh, I love this one. T-Bags 1986. Alright, I got a dirty mind, so I have something else in mind when I hear T-Bags and what probably some people in Virgin mindsets have. Yeah, this one here in Paul's already looked like I'm about to land over there at Sky Harbor. Way down there. That harbor should be right there. You can see when I think where the runway is going that way, it should be Sky Harbor, so. Either he's coming into somewhere else in the Phoenix area, or he's just getting over the vector. He might be at normal speed now. To me, it doesn't look like he's in the right spot for landing in that's Sky Harbor though. It looks to be on final to land at Sky Harbor now. Where is he going? Okay, I don't know. Okay, this is Loop 202 right here. This is I-10. Loop 202 coming across, coming around over. right still. 334 out from LAX, so 7:48. So we're 45 minutes out for an actual sim time. And 2x, that should be about 22 minutes. So yeah, well actually, you know, it might be closer to 10:30 by the time we start descending. Based on that. Llama on blocks. Like that guy just passed by David there a second ago. Probably not too far away. Summer celery on an FA-18. Yeah, it's kind of look like David's staying a little more north of I-10, whereas yeah, this is US 60 right here. I recognize this. This is Loop 101 right here. And it's US 60 right up here. US 60 takes you up into Wickenburg. And it works its way up toward Kingman. And if you come off over in this direction, then it's probably Prescott Valley area. Looks like David's already passed it. Summer celery. What airport is that over there? I don't know. This is Luke Air Force Base, most likely right there. Yeah, I think Luke has two runways if I remember right. I don't know about that one there. But I know. Yeah, I want to say Luke's pretty close to this loop right here.
Zane 1634 contact Albuquerque Center on 125.25. Good day.
Don't step on me, try to acknowledge. Okay.
Albuquerque Center, Zane 1634, flight level tree 60.
Zane 1634, Albuquerque Center, radar contact. Continue to WLERN.
Alright, continuing to Wolverine. This is the Vicksburg area, or no, that might be Quartzsite, because I think this is US 60 coming in over this way, and then yeah, it runs into I-10 over here just east of Quartzsite. This should be Quartzsite. That might be Ehrenberg, Life area. What happened to David? Oh, he's back behind us already. David, are you running 2x speed or 1x speed? Because you're dropping back behind me now. I'm gonna wait till I get just before it's time to start descending before I go back to normal speed. About 250 miles or so out from LAX based on that map. Yeah, 265 is what it's saying there. Okay, bring our range in just a tad more. So yeah, eastwood is where our paths are going to converge. 260 is still too far out to be descending, and I don't trust this default ATC. I normally use intentions, but David is, he's not ready to, he did the free trial, just got to get a subscription set up for Same Intentions, which we'll be doing sometime in the future here. So since he and I are flying together, if he doesn't have, he's not able to use Same Intentions right now, I'm using the default ATC. Alright, David says he's over to Nopa. I always called it Tonopah back in the day, but one day I tried calling the tire shop there, the TA truck stop in that town, and the guy, well, the recording that answered it basically was, he called it Tonopah. Now, that might be it right there. I think I've already passed clients. Yeah, in fact, this is US 60 running into 10. This should be Quartzsite and US 95 running through right here up to Parker, Arizona. Been on this route many times. In fact, take this way to get to my house a lot. I'll go over this way. State route 72 or something
Ford
like
contact
that.
Albuquerque Center on 128.45. Good day.
Going to 128.45, Zane 1634.
Pretty desolate route overall, but
Albuquerque Center, Zane
you don't want to deal with a lot of traffic.
Albuquerque Center. Radar contact. Continue to ESCWD.
Look like
Zane
David's spin back up.
1634 contact Los Angeles Center on 134.65. Good day.
Alright. On to LA Center.
134.65 for Zane 1634. Los Angeles Center, Zane 1634, flight level 360.
Radar contact. Continue to
Here's
ESTWD.
something that keeps throwing me off. 747, because I'm used to flying a 737, and which doesn't have nearly as much range as 747, but when I see them at 9% fuel, that's just looking at that alone kind of worries me. We just crossed Eastwood, but here's the thing: we are currently burning somewhere around 20,000 pounds per hour, and we currently have 36,000 pounds to work with, so we really have more than an hour and a half of fuel remaining, and it's currently 7:17 Zulu on the sim. Not the current time, by the way. Like I said, we've been running 2x speed, so this is running twice as fast as real time, and we're only about half an hour out. So I should easily have enough fuel to make it to LAX and have enough for reserve, for alternate, and have all Ontario Airport set as my alternate location, which I'll actually fly over to get to over to LAX. Probably even fly right past my my yard that I work out of in San Bernardino. The yard is right next to San Bernardino Airport, or what used to be known as Norton Air Force Base. Anybody who might know that area. Get myself mixed up there. Right, this is Quartzsite, I think. Yeah, that's Parker, Arizona. Here's the Colorado River. So we cross into California right there. 72. That might be Vidal Junction right there. This is 95 coming up. That goes up toward Needles. And this is State Route 62 right here. State 10 over here, over here that's so populated? Well, I know Blythe is over here in the area. There's the river, and Blythe is just on the west side of the river, but I do expect Blythe Airport to be over this way somewhere. This has got to be Desert Center, but I don't remember there being that much light there. If this is Highway 177, I can tell by the shape of it. I don't even have to look on the map. I can tell you that's 177. And right here is where 177 and 62 meet up.
For contact Los Angeles Center on 128.15. Good day.
128.15 for Zane 1634. Los Angeles Center, Zane 1634, flight level 360.
Yeah,
Zane
you got
1634, Los Angeles Center. Radar contact.
29 palms right here. And Yucca Valley up here, and then on the other side of Yucca Valley is Morongo Valley, and then it drops back down on the I-10 over here by Desert Hot Springs. This is Palm Springs, Palm Desert, La Quinta, Indio, and all that crap over here. Indian Wells. There was one of those pro tennis tournaments, I think, was just over here in Indian Wells just this last week, because I ended up going out to Phoenix last week, and I saw they had signs up for like tennis event, whatever, over in the area, and I know that there's a pro tennis event that they have every year in Indian Wells. Oh, I just flew right through David. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go to normal sim rate because shit, I'm late. Because we are getting close to our descent time. We're 147 miles out, so I'm expecting we're gonna start getting descent clearance pretty soon. 2,000 foot per minute descent rate. It takes 18 minutes to get down from. So that's going to be 7:44, and 7:49 is our arrival time into LAX. So what's up? Oh, yeah, let me double check. Well, I flew right through you. Yeah, I'm right in front of you. Because I think you went to 1x speed before I did, and I remember I saw you coming right at me, and next thing I know, I was flying literally right through you. So, yeah, I should be straight in front of you. I can turn, I can view behind me, and I can see you right there behind me.
Showing on
most of the time you haven't been shown on my fish finder.
I can't even see your tag.
Okay, I'm seeing what I'm guessing is 29 Palms Airport right here, just on the south side of Highway 62. And then this should be Adobe Trail, I think is what they call it, or Utah Trail, whatever, I can't remember that street. This should be Marine Corps Air Station, 29 Palms, right there. Yeah, I've been up through here before. This road right here, going eastbound to the north of 62 is what you call Amboy Road. Turned around. Yeah, and it comes around this mountain and up through here. Ends up running into the town of Amboy up. Can't tell where exactly it's at, but this over here should be National Trails Highway or the old Route 66. Take 66 across over that way, and it will eventually run you into I-40 up there over there down to the west of Needles. area back there, about my 4 o'clock or so position. And we are currently, right over the 29 Palms area. And, Joshua Tree. Yeah, town of Joshua Tree, I think is what it's called. Why am I thinking it's something else? Let me pull it back up. I don't know, I'm brain farting on the name of it, but I think it's Joshua Tree or something like that. I don't know why I'm forgetting it. Yeah, Joshua Tree. That's what it's called right here. It's on the south side of 62, and then this is Decker Valley. And this is Highway 247 right here, going north from Decker Valley. Comes off over there.
Zane 1634. Acknowledge last transmission.
I didn't hear anything. What did they tell me? Oh, descend and maintain 320. Okay. Couldn't hear. What happened?
Sorry about that. My earbuds refused to charge. I had to put them back in, and for some reason or another, it disconnected the call.
I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. Okay, I'm starting my descent to 32,000, flight level 320 now.
I am starting to descend.
Okay, let me take a look on SimBrief to see what the actives are for. It should be 25 left and 24 right for landing. That's what they normally are, but sometimes they can turn the traffic around in the other direction. But oh yeah, winds 230 at 3, almost certainly going to be runway.
Zane 1634. Cleared SEVA to arrival. Descend and maintain 7100. Expect ILS runway 25. Left approach via SEVA transition.
Yeah, see, it's even saying arrival clearance 3100 on.
Cleared SEVA to arrival. Descend and maintain 7100. Expect ILS runway 25. Left approach via SEVA transition. Zane 1634.
Now,
Somebody is flying an SR-71 Blackbird.
nice. I'm busy setting my altitude hold right now to 7100. I think it was 7100. Yeah, 7100.
KA Steel 121. He's flying the SR-71.
I don't know what direction I'm supposed to be looking in to find them. I'm in cockpit working on setting myself up for the arrival. Okay, so runway heading on all the runways at LAX is 069, as I seem to recall. No, it doesn't matter which, or actually, no, the other, I need to flip that, 249. Yeah, usually I always take off and land to the base of the ocean. Okay, sand tensions, at least, even though we're not using sand tensions, it's simpler to look at. Information kilo, arriving 25 left and 24 right. Yep, like I was saying. So remember, David, I was saying before how when you have airfields like that have like 4 parallel runways, like LAX or Atlanta or stuff like that. Okay, usually the inner runways they use for departures.
Zane 16
and
for
outers.
Contact Los Angeles Center on
Outers they usually use for landing.
126.35.
And,
Good
yeah,
day.
this is more of the same. It's, they're using arrivals on 25 left and 24 right, and departures on the other 2.
Alrighty.
Okay, winds calm, visibility 5 with mist. Wow. Wait a minute, I don't have.
Zane
How is
1634.
it?
Please acknowledge.
5 o'clock. Shut up. Do what I want. I don't want to talk to your ass. Do what I want. Alright, going to LA Center. Contact LA Center.
Los Angeles Center, Zane 16 Tree 4 is at flight level 29 or 5, descending 7100.
Zane 16 Tree 4, Los Angeles Center, radar contact, continue to KLNTL.
Alright, let's get it zoomed in. What did I say? Continue to where? Console? I don't even have console in my plan. I don't think. I'm direct avatar right now.
As am I. I'm about 10 nautical miles out from Avatar.
Okay, I just noticed I don't have, like 25 left is the one I want to land on, so I don't have my departure stuff plugged into my FMS, it looks like. Now I have it, but there's a route discontinuity. Okay, let's get rid of that discontinuity. Console, let me see where that's at. KONCL. Okay, why would I go to console? That's not part of my thing. Staying on what I'm already on. Screw that stupid built-in ATC. I don't know what they're gonna tell me to do after console, and I'm not gonna go trying to play guessing games at what they're gonna have me do after that. Oh, okay, I need to see. Oh, they already set my airspeed to 310. I normally, 747 normally have a descent profile of 340, but I'll go ahead and do 310. Okay, I'm just trying to reacquire where exactly I'm at. Looks like might be Cabazon. Looks like, I don't know. There should be more mountain than that if that's the San Jacinto mountain, so. No, that looks right, because this is Beaumont right here. Because I recognize these roads as San Jacinto and Emmett. This is Gilman Springs Road right here. A place called Gold Base, which is part of Scientology Church, is right over here. And then this is Ramona Expressway.
And I am just about to fly past San Bernardino Airport, just to the south of it.
Okay, yeah, and I'm looking right at Marchette Reserve Base right here, a place where I spent most of my career working, right there. And I'm about to fly right over the Riverside area. You can see Flatlop Airport right here, almost right below me to the right. And Riverside Municipal Airport over here. That's Ontario right there. And David, and I mentioned San Bernardino, that is right over here where this Dreamliner 1995 and Flow Cali 3636 are at. Yard at work at is right there, right by that airport. And this one over here would be Redlands Airport. That is, they mainly do like flight school shit, and yeah, aerobatic airplanes that fly out of there too.
Now hold on for 1 second. Somebody over there at Ontario is flying the fucking Hindenburg. Man, I hope you realize that Zeppelin is cursed.
Okay, I'm already over Ontario, and we're gonna get to LAX pretty fast, so I'm gonna need to get my airspeed down. Get down about, try to get down to about 260 until I can see where my VREF indicator is at on there. I'm not losing airspeed enough, so let's drop a couple of vertical speeds, see what happens. Yeah, it's coming down a little bit. Don't know that we're going to...
Zane 163, 4 contact Los Angeles Center on 1 tree, 2.85. Good day.
Going to 132.85, Zane 1634.
Yeah, I know from experience that should be higher. I should be down lower than this.
Is at 17,800 descending 7,100.
Okay, what's the altimeter setting? I need to catch
Zane 1634, Los Angeles Center, altimeter 29907. Radar contact.
Oh, pretty close. Well, the agent said 2996, but they just told me on the radio 2997.
Alrighty. I'll go ahead and set it to 2997.
Okay, let's get auto brakes. Why am I forgetting where normally the auto brake switch is down here in the middle, and I used it earlier. Oh, there it is. We use auto brake, maybe 2. Well, this is a 747, so. Alright, speed brake in the arm position.
I am about to fly over Chino now.
Okay, I need the ILS info. Airport facility chart for LAX. There it is. Oh, that's Miami. Come on, I said LAX. Shit, man. Why is it showing Miami? Not showing me anything for LAX here. Okay. Okay, let's go to our Navigraph charts instead and see if that'll help us. Probably get away with it.
Zane 1634, descend and maintain 7,000.
Yeah, I'm already on my way down to 7,000, dumbass. Yeah, I might need to use some speed brakes.
Zane 1634, did you hear my last transmission?
You already did me clearance down to 70.
Descend and maintain 7,000, Zane 1634.
Zane 1634, descend and maintain 5,000.
Alright, down to 5,000. Did you hear my last transmission? No.
Descend and maintain 5,000, Zane 1634.
Zane 163, 4 contact SoCal approach on 124.9er. Good day.
Killing me, Smalls.
124.9er for Zane 1634. SoCal approach, Zane 163, for his passing 11,200 descending
VR
5,000.
goggles on right now, but again, with other people in the
Zane
house using
163,
Wi-Fi.
SoCal approach, altimeter 29905, radar contact, continue gate.
Continue gate. Okay, I got a better idea. I'm just gonna do what I want.
ATC is gonna be yelling at you.
They can deal with it. Alright, let's get our first notch of flaps in. Now I'm gonna need to get landing lights and all that kind of stuff on. Yeah, they can deal with it. I think I'm too high personally. Because I know from speed breaks and
Zane 1634. Contact Los Angeles Tower on 120.905 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 120.905, Zane 1634. Los Angeles Tower, Zane
I'll just do it now.
1634, 18 miles east, inbound ILS runway 25, left approach.
Well, what I can in.
Zane 1634, Los Angeles Tower, altimeter 29905,
Flying right
cleared
up the
ILS runway 25, left approach.
But I'm too high. I'm gonna need to. That's right. You'll see a combat an assault approach here.
Cleared ILS runway 25, left
Okay,
approach.
2995
Zane
now.
1634.
Let's get our speed down more. We got to get down to like 180 or so. I'm not seeing my stall speed thing in there yet, so. Alright, big time in an FA-18. Flaps 20. I gotta be careful with extending flaps because as I extend flaps, this red overspeed indicator is gonna get closer and closer. Alright, we are on 13 mile final. Yeah, we are still a little too high. Yeah, now I got glide slope info now, but we are lined right up with 25 left. I should be able to catch it. It shouldn't be a problem. Because once I'm 10 miles out, I should be about 3,000 feet off the ground, and that's not a hell of a lot more. 2,000 foot per minute descent rate. That's let's see, 190. Let's get landing gear down. Yeah, I should start.
Landing gear. Landing
Dude, I got the landing gear down. Shut up.
Landing gear. Landing
Look, it's right there.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Okay, so that was warning me that my gear wasn't in the down lock position while my flaps are at 25, which it thinks I'm trying to land. Which, yeah, I am trying to land.
2500.
Okay, I should be starting to catch glide slope. Yeah, see the glide slope starting to come up now. Let's go ahead and get slowed down to, we got a really nice view of the runway. Let's go ahead and get our vertical speed. Let's get around 1,000 foot per minute or so.
Zane 1634, wind 169er entry, clear to land runway 25 left.
Okay, look like
Clear to land runway 25 left, Zane 1634.
150. It should be a good. Look like we're right on the glide slope now. 150. I would expect that to be around 700-800 feet per minute, somewhere in that ballpark on my seat rate. Alright, starting to get a little bit below glide slope, so I'm gonna go ahead and do 6 pulling up and it's not doing shit. And then
too low terrain. Too
now
low
watch.
terrain. Too low terrain.
Oh, landing gear's down.
Too low
Damn it.
terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain.
wow.
Too low terrain. Too low.
That was funny.
Terrain. Too low terrain. Too low.
Damn it, that whole
terrain.
thing screwed me up.
Terrain. Too
I'm
low
like pulling
terrain.
back on the stick
Too low
all the way,
terrain. Too low.
and it's
terrain.
not reacting.
Too low terrain.
What do you-
Too low
why do you have me
terrain.
doing
Too
300
low
knots?
terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low
What is
terrain.
up with this
Too
thing?
low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low
Okay,
terrain.
get
Too
off
low
of my
terrain.
auto throttle.
Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low
And
terrain.
you can always
Too low
totally
terrain.
disconnect
Too low
auto throttle
terrain.
and
Too low terrain.
auto
Too low
pilot.
terrain. Too low terrain.
Okay, I have too much
terrain.
nose down trim. That's not helping me. Well, I was trying to disconnect the autopilot, and then it was fighting me, and then when it disconnected because of me fighting it, I was still pulling all the way back on the stick, and it was just taking me straight down into the ground. I'm like, you know, I was adjusting my vertical speed. Oh, shut up. See how now I'm in a. Why am I in a steep descent again?
Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to.
Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain.
Why is my airspeed so freaking high?
Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low terrain.
This is ridiculous. I can't believe I had that problem. Okay, I need more. And I'm trying to maintain, I get my airspeed where I want it, and now I'm constantly fighting. Yeah, to respawn me in, and it put me back in clean configuration and like 330 knots right in front of the runway. Alright, I see you right there. I'll wait for you to pass by, and then I'll come back in behind you, I guess. Let me get back up to about 3,000.
Alrighty. I got my flaps fully extended. You look.
And I was trying to turn off the autopilot. Turn off the, hit the button to turn it off, and it wouldn't respond. It was staying on, and it wouldn't let me disconnect it. That was pretty sad.
Yeah.
I need some more up trim. Alright, let's get some more flaps. Let's see you getting ready to pass by. I don't know how you got this weather here. We don't have this weather here in our house, do we? I don't think we do.
We don't get fog.
We can, but I don't think we have this kind of weather right now. Okay, I can see the ILS on my, showing up on my flight director thing here. On the outboard DU, it showed me about 6 miles out, so.
I am just about to land.
This plane is faster than your plane.
No, he's using the same kind of aircraft as me. It's just the problem I ran into screwed everything up, though. I'm watching.
Landed.
Nice. taking forever to get to 10 DME. Okay, I can take out some of my up trim. Alright, right about, yeah, looks like we're pretty good there. Alright, yeah, I'm up above the glide slope right now.
I am clearing the runway. I know I wasn't clearing, man, because your damn stupid AI wasn't working right. Stupid piece of shit. So kiss my ass on your thing if I'm not cleared to land. Fuck you.
Alright, landing, you're going back down. I am right at 10 DME from the runway, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn base. I'm a little high. Should be more like 3,000 feet, but I can descend that while I'm on my turn. Okay, I gotta double check that it screwed up my, yeah, turned off all my damn landing lights. Too high and too far to the left. I can see two runway end lights flashing, but I can't tell if it's the 25s or the 24s. I believe it's the 25s. Because I can see what I think is the Pulpit Boulevard right there next to them. Not much control effectiveness here. I got a pretty good amount of up trim in already, and it's, I can tell I'm getting probably closer to stall. Someone just Mofum or whatever just passed by pretty close.
Yeah.
Put me in a climb. Too high. That should be 25 left right there. Yeah, in fact, even the flight director showed me lined right up, so I'll be good. Actually showed me just a bit to the right now. Okay, we need to get out of these clouds. Show me too high. Freaking clouds are causing me to. I mean, I can see the runway edge lights, but I'm having a hard time staying centered on the runway because I'm in the clouds and let's see, yeah, we're definitely too high. Now, this would be in the real world time to do missed approach.
Sync rate.
Let's go ahead and get. See, I'm on the verge of overspeed too. This is what you call an unstable approach. If this was a real world landing, I would definitely be doing a go around right now. Dude, you're on the wrong side of the airfield. You were supposed to turn left on the runway.
200.
You're over in the terminal area where the commercial jets park.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
I know I am.
40, 30, 20, 10.
I can't. I'm like trying to flare and I can't. Alright, thrust over. Get that stupid pilot assistance crap out of my face. I don't need that. Wish I knew. I need to. I want to figure out exactly what setting I need to use to turn that stupid thing off. at this runway. Because we're a cargo jet. All the cargo stuff is over here.
Just look for me and you'll find out where you
Contact
park
ground
at.
on 129.5.
I'm parking exactly where we were originally planning. Oh, now I see you over on this side. Like, how'd you end up on the north side of the runways?
High-speed taxiway.
Okay. Yeah, either way, it's like,
Zane 1634. Did you hear my last transmission?
Yeah, I heard you. Shut up. Trying to get...
129.5 for Zane 1634. Los Angeles ground, Zane 1634. Request taxi.
I don't care where it's going to tell me to park. I'm going to park. We're already planning on parking anyway. Northwest parking. I don't need to cross any taxiway, any runways. 7 right's the one right next to me. Alpha 8, cross 7 right, Hotel 9 H.
1634, please acknowledge.
That's not where frickin' Northwest
Los
parking
Angeles ground,
is
please
at.
say again transmission for Zane 1634.
I didn't want to say again, I want to acknowledge.
Zane 1634, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Golf Cross runway 25 left Hotel 4 Hotel 5 cross runway 25 right Bravo 7 Bravo Charlie 10 Charlie November.
You know what I mean? It's they
Taxi
only
to
give
general
you
aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Golf Cross runway
taxi to
25.
general
Left
aviation
Hotel
parking.
4
Yeah,
Hotel
yeah,
5
that's not
cross
gonna
runway
happen.
25. Right Bravo 7 Bravo Charlie 10 Charlie November Zane 1634.
Already had a pre-planned park over here in the cargo area on spot 2. Be right over by where David's at now. Alright, my stupid screen timed out. I'm going a little bit fast there. Getting ready to make this turn. Yeah, this spot right in here in between this other, like this, yeah, I can't tell if that's a Delta or something else. This is Delta cargo pad, but that doesn't look like a Delta tail, is it? What is that? Alright, David is in spot 3, it looks like, and we're going to go into spot 2, which is right here to the left of David.
Even though I can't see you.
You can't see me right next to you?
No,
Ah, wonder why.
I do not know.
Yeah, I'm literally right next to you now. I'm looking right at you.
I'm looking at your spot, so
Alright, you said you're, oh yeah, you're showing up on my end as a generic 747. I see you on the ground now. Alright, let me get my APU started. And we have external power available? Yeah, we do. Okay. Alright, so we don't really need the APU.
internal power available 1.
Alright. Come on. Alright, let's jump out the aircraft. I'm gonna leave the other exterior lights on, just don't need the taxi lights. Resource usage exceeds GPU memory capacity. Right. Alright, I saw David walking around outside his aircraft a minute ago. I don't see him now, though. Oh, are these aircraft jacks? Looks like it. Yeah, I used to use these. Or no, this isn't. These aren't aircraft jacks. Oh, these are like conveyor belt things, whatever, for loading cargo, I think.
Cargo or if it's in a passenger part, luggage.
Yeah, you can see the rollers and stuff here, so yeah, I would imagine it's for cargo, for luggage and stuff. What else here? All right, yeah, this is a cargo loading. Well, that's the belt baggage loader right there. All right, tow vehicle. Oh yeah, these are shipping containers. What else we got here? Power units or something? The hell, simulator? No, those look like more shipping containers or something. Where's the ground support equipment?
Look about that. I think I've got all of my stuff turned off.
I got the important stuff off. My engines are off already. Yeah, I don't see any real age equipment. It's all just a bunch of shipping containers. I see some trucks parked over here. What? Alright.
Good night, David.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to. We'll just start walking back. All right, look like David's walking toward us right now. We can play hide and seek.
I don't know what good that'll do because I don't know where you're at.
Well, I know where you're at because peekaboo.
I don't see you.
I'm hiding from you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You can't even see my airplane, can you?
Nope.
I am about to walk right up to you right now. I am like right here in front of you.
Right here by my landing gear?
Yeah, I'm like literally right next to you on your left side. I'm like right by your left shoulder.
Nope, I don't see you.
Your system sucks because I'm looking right at you and your fucking earwax or whatever the hell. What is that? I can see your freaking eardrum and everything or whatever the hell that is right there. I'm looking right at your left ear right now. I'm like right up next to it and what the hell kind of fucked up looking ear is that?
Boy.
Yeah, you got glasses on and then shaved sides and a little bit longer top and black t-shirt and blue jeans, black sneakers, look like Converse type or something. Where are you trying to walk? You're kind of stuck. There's a nose gear right there, right?
Yeah, I'm standing right in front of it.
You're in the lower nose area, it looks like. Wait, no. Come on. Oh, it's not letting me crouch. was like, why wasn't it working? Alright, I'm gonna get back over to where you're at. See if we can see some stuff on the aircraft that I would recognize.
I bypassed turbofan for one.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or is the power core of the engine tiny compared to the fan?
Not exactly. I mean, yeah, it is smaller, but your bypass area is not going to be that much bigger. Yeah, that looks about right. Your engine is the majority of it, but yeah, there is yeah, see when you come up on the back end there, like right where I'm at, I mean, you can't see me, right?
No, I can't.
Okay, well, if you stand right here behind the center of that same engine, yeah, because, yeah, you're right there. Yeah, you're right there. Let me get out of the way. Walk right up to the engine, back of that engine. There you go. Right there. All right, you can stop. All right, now, yeah, now see you can see through those fan blades, all the way through the front, and actually see daylight.
Yep.
Yeah, those are the bypass ducts. That's how you can tell it's the turbofan engine for anybody watching. Turbojet engines don't have this bypass duct right here, and all you have is the engine core. There's no bypass duct to go with it.
And don't forget to remind them about the difference between axial flow and centrifugal flow turbojets.
Okay, speaking of that, I've come up to the front side of the engine, what David's talking about. I don't know if you guys could hear, but he mentioned axial flow versus centrifugal.
Oh, we've got a visitor.
Where?
I'm looking at him. Turkey 8548.
Oh, well, I saw him earlier, but I thought he was parked over on the other side of me.
No, he's over there. He's parked closer to the runway.
I saw him off over to the left side of me. I couldn't tell where exactly he was at, but he was to the left. But I thought you meant a visitor, like he was on feet and.
He is. He's walking back to his plane.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see him. My airplane's in the way of where he was before, so
Yeah.
if I walk back over to my aircraft or get in it and go look in your direction, I'd know. I mean, I'd probably see him, but I don't know how you're seeing him from right here. I see Nerd Killer's label over the top of my bird, but oh, that's right. You only see him because you don't see my airplane, but I do.
Right.
Okay, so going back to the compressor section, which is alright. So you got these big ass fan blades right here. Now see how they're contour shaped. Alright, so they're gonna push all the air. They're gonna push a lot of the air through the bypass duct. And what that does, the cool air that, because remember at altitude, it's often like -20 to -40 Celsius, sometimes even colder, even in summertime. And it'll make that cold ass air meet up with 1,000+ degree air coming out the back end of the core of the engine. Alright, so the smaller area right here would be the actual compressor section, and then these bigger ones here are the fan blades. Now they run on two different shafts. Basically, you got an outer shaft, which you can, the best way I can describe it would be like a hollow shaft that these blades here and the rest of the core are on, and then you have another a shaft, your N2 shaft, that goes through the center of your N1 shaft, and your fan blades are on the N2 shaft, or vice versa. I was getting mixed up. I'm used to turbojet engine. You disappeared, asshole. Okay, alright, now you're back. For some reason your airplane disappeared. Okay.
You know, I'm trying to get you back onto the screen.
Oh. Okay, alright, you disappeared again, it looks like. There's another aircraft, 737 or something in the same spot.
Anyhow, I'm back.
Alright, so anyway, I'm going to use the fan blade area just as an explanation. Just pretend that the fan area is your actual core.
I see you.
Oh, now you see me?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Alright, so if we didn't have the fan section, then you could see the compressor section better. Now, the difference between axial flow and centrifugal flow is basically axial flow is like this, where the blades make the air go straight back, basically, straight back through the core. Whereas centrifugal flow, it makes the air come out to the perimeter of the compressor section first before it gets forced back. And yeah, centrifugal flow, they tend to make a higher pitch whistling kind of sound.
Similar to that of a turbocharger.
Yeah, or if you a very notable aircraft that the Air Force uses or used to use would be the T-37 Tweet. That one had a centrifugal flow compressor on it and on its engines, and yeah, they had definitely a more like a whistly kind of sound to them. But yeah, axial flow, they don't have that such a high whistle kind of sound. Some of them can definitely have a whistly sound to them, but not as much of a high pitched whistle as a centrifugal flow would have. All right, these. Where you at there?
I'm going over to meet Durkia. You can continue the lesson.
Okay. These are VHF antennas. See how big they are? That's how you can tell they're VHF. No, commercial or civilian aircraft only have VHF, but military will also have UHF antennas, which are smaller and thinner. They're not nearly as big as these. I might go check out. Let's go go see what he's up to. I guess he's gonna go meet up with Durkio, guy over on the other side of me. What'd you do? Give up and decide to turn around?
I'm right here.
Yeah, I know, I'm right in front of you, but
I see you, and I'm standing right beside Durkia.
I don't see Durkio.
Then you need glasses.
No, he's not showing up. Let me take a look outside. I see Durkio's airplane over here straight next to me on the left side, but okay. I see his label. He's up in the air. Yeah, I see his label, but he's up in the sky, up above you. Yeah. Yeah, see, he's up straight over the top. I'm walking almost right over the top of my airplane right now. That's why I couldn't find him. Was he at ground level with you or something?
It looks to me he's at ground level with me.
Interesting. I don't know why What?
We can get back to the crash course between axial flow and centrifugal flow turbojets.
Alright, I already covered that part, I think. So let's see. Alright, you get your flaps up, so I can't show a hell of a lot here.
Give me a minute.
Okay, that's this right here is the fuel jettison mast. Okay, leading edge flaps are opening now. Okay, look like the flaps are, the trailing edge flaps are slowly coming out. Okay, this will be the aileron, that's why it's not doing anything. Aileron is what does the roll control. Yeah, and that right, that tube right there is your fuel jettison mast. Okay, what that should be a pogo fitting. We call them pogo fitting. Oh, I just hit 5K fun run on here. I can't zoom in. Now up here on the bottoms of the wings are also fuel vents. Okay, in fact, you can see a panel right there. Another. Yeah, you'd have to get up on top of the aircraft to really usually get inside the fuel tanks, but there are accesses down here. Yeah, like to get to the probes and stuff. This is a believe if I remember right that it's a spring-loaded thing that you can use to if you have a fuel indication problem, you can actually use this to drop that down. It's magnetic, and you can extend it, retract it, whatever, and it'll tell you how much fuel's inside the fuel tank. Who's that walking over the top? Is that... Well, it's Turkey. Okay. Alright, so that's basically what that orange thing is right there. Red thing, I can't tell what... I can't zoom in, so I can't tell what it's saying there, but... Okay, that's... Alright,
trailing edge flaps are out.
Okay, are they all the way out?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
30-degree flaps.
Okay, so you have your, so here's the only thing with these aircraft. You get what you call, with Boeing, a lot of times they have, up here, these are called fillet flaps. You can, I have these little hooks on them, that spring-loaded hooks on them that hold them up. And you can unlatch them by hand, and that way you can hinge this thing down and out of the way to get a better look at the at everything back there. So you can see the hydraulic. So this one has what looks like hydraulic actuators, but yeah. So these flaps have hydraulic actuators, but that's not normally what most airplanes have. This looks more akin to what a C-17 has from my experiences. But usually what you're gonna have are, okay, it looks like the jack screw right there. Usually two jack screws. There's gonna be one on the inboard end of the flap and another one on the outboard end. And then there will be two tracks as well. This over here on the outboard end looks like it could be a track, but it's not typically... What I've worked on, the tracks are not usually that far out. They're usually the tracks are further inboard. The jack screws are on the outer sides of the tracks, if I remember right. Now, I retired in 2015, so it's been a bit. I'd have to look at them again. But that's the gist of it. But these actually look like they use regular hydraulic actuators instead. But I did see a jack screw over there, so has to be wondered why is there a jack screw at all if it has hydraulic actuators. I don't know. Okay, and then there's something else here. A lot of Boeing airplanes have 4 ailerons, not 2, so this will be your inboard aileron. And on the other side of the outboard flap will be your outboard aileron. Now, when the flaps are, I don't think it's going to show it here but just for the hell of it, can you move your, can you try rolling left and right with your flight stick? Okay, yeah, so, yeah, now I don't know why the 747 on here always has the inboard aileron. Yeah, this left inboard specifically always moves the wrong way. You can go to the right wing and the inboard aileron will move the correct way, but on this one, see, okay, go full left and hold it. Okay, so see the left outboard aileron is up, and this one is kind of up, or might be faired with the wing. Okay, now go the other way. Okay, so this one came down, so it's in the down position, but that one went up. That's backward. It's not.
I think it's a bug.
Yeah, it's got to be a bug because that's not how it's supposed to work. Okay, now if I come out to this side, okay, now both the ailerons are down on the right wing. Now go ahead and go the other direction. Nice. Go aileron, right aileron up. Okay, yeah, see, it's the inboard, right inboard doesn't move a great amount, but, I mean, on this, but...
Alright, I got an idea. Let me retract my flaps.
Well, no, absolutely not. There's a reason why I don't want you doing that yet. You will in a minute, but I want to show you.
Alrighty.
Okay, now, I'm trying to show how the inboard and outboard ailerons on this side are supposed to move in the same direction, but they don't move in the same direction on the left wing. On the real airplane they do, but on Flight Sim 2024, the 747, the left inboard aileron specifically always goes in the opposite direction. It's a bug. Okay, now go ahead and raise your flaps all the way.
Alright, they're going up.
Yeah.
Do you see them moving up?
Yeah, they're going up.
Alrighty.
Okay, now I don't know if it's going to show it correctly on here, but like on the KC-135s that I worked on, which are a Boeing product as well, and they're very similar and designed to some of the, well, they don't have the same type of flap setup, but it's similar. There's some similarities, but they're not the same design. Okay, alright, looks like your flaps are all the way up. Now go ahead and...
They're not all the way up quite yet. And they are now.
Alright, go ahead and go full aileron left. Okay, full aileron right. Okay, so on this aircraft, both ailerons are moving together, and you also see the spoiler panels going up as well when the ailerons go up. That is a normal thing that happens on a lot of Boeings as well. Alright, go aileron left again. Now, let's see, the spoilers came down, and then the ailerons went down as well. Okay, now, on KC-135s, and I believe a number of other Boeing aircraft. Now, this 747 might be the same way, but I don't know for sure. I didn't work on that aircraft, so. But when your flaps are retracted above 10 degrees on a 135, the outboard ailerons lock out, where they don't move anymore now, and then only the inboard ailerons work. Now the inboard ailerons and spoilers, those are what control all the roll control when you're in a clean configuration or near clean. And when you extend the flaps past 10 degrees, then that's when the outboard ailerons start being functional. There's a lockout mechanism up in the wing. It's on the it's out here on the outboard end of the flap drive mechanism. So here's the flaps. On 135s, you have like a torque tube that comes all the way across the whole front end of the flap, of the flap well, and then that's what the jack screws are attached to that drive the flaps forward and back. Now, over on this far outboard end, in between the the flap and the aileron on the 135, there's a lockout mechanism right here that is actually driven by the outboard end of the flap drive mechanism, the torque tube system, and it basically takes it and changes the motion here from a circular motion to a linear motion. So as long as it's circular, the ailerons actually have the capability to move, but once it becomes linear, then all the inputs, it's an interesting setup because you can still make the same inputs. This mechanism here will still move, but because there's a couple parts in there that are lined up with each other, it causes it to where you get all the belt crank motion coming like this, but you don't get any motion transmitted to the aileron. So that's basically how that works on that. I don't know what the 747 is set up the same way. It might be, but at least as far as Flight Simulator is concerned, it's definitely not showing there. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Is this a light or something? What is that? What is it? Cargo door switch. Okay, yeah. So you can open the cargo door. There should be a jack point over here as well on the back. Might be on the other side. Or there might be, well, I don't know if 747s have a tail jack point. 135s, because they're still tail heavy, they have a tail jack position. Yeah, no, well, actually, what is this? No, that's the APU exhaust, probably. Okay, now let's...
The APU exhaust is at the very tail of the aircraft.
What are these here? The warning.
Figure out.
These are warnings, so... Well, that should be the APU exhaust right there.
Then watch the big ass pipe coming out that immediate tail cone.
Okay, no, yeah, you're right. That's the APU exhaust there, I think. That's where it typically is on a lot of commercial jets, but...
And with those, I wonder if that has anything to do with either the air conditioning system or the pressurization bleed off.
But warning though, I mean, they should be outflow valves for the pressurization system, but I mean, because it is common for outflow valves to be located in the back of the airplane like that, but they aren't normal. In my experience, they aren't normally like rectangular shaped. They're usually round. I mean, not to say that these aren't, but it could be outflow valves, but because of the light conditions, I can see warning, but I can't zoom in, and I can't see what that other writing says. It's not. It's too faded for me to read it.
Oh, come over here. See the cargo door open?
What?
You see the cargo door open?
On what?
My aircraft.
No, your cargo door is closed on, as far as I see. I don't see any doors open on your aircraft.
Okay.
Yeah, it's closed and locked as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
multi-disc brakes. This is a bridle assembly right here for emergency towing. You can put snatch block cables through here and tow it backward in emergency situations. That's what it's really for. Getting out of there. Like if you can't get the tow vehicle hooked up on the front, like it went off the runway or something.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Oh, remember I was telling you about touchdown switches?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if the shock strut is fully extended, and now I'm not sure on this particular aircraft, but okay. I don't know if it's inside this box here on the. Why is this backward? Inflate tires with nitrogen only. This is like backward though. Who the hell did that? We got a few issues here. Okay, so there are a couple of different spots where you might find the touchdown switch. Now, David and I were having a conversation the other day. I think it might have something to do with that LaGuardia incident.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, basically involving when the aircraft would have indicated that it was on the ground or whatever. And all right, so there are touchdown switches on the landing gear. When the shock strut is fully extended, it's basically telling the aircraft that it's in the air. And then as soon as the shock strut compresses a little bit, there's a touchdown switch or weight on wheels switch, squat switch. It depends on what manufacturer it is. They all have different names for it. I don't know the 747. It could be inside this box, or a lot of time, like on some of the airplanes I worked on, it is up here on the front end of this. Well, the torsion link here is. It's on the opposite side of the landing gear from what I'm used to. It's normally on the front, not the back. But this one, this box right here, that could also be where the touchdown switch is at, or weight on wheel switch. And I don't know this aircraft specifically, but it could be over in that area because, like I said, normally it detects when it could be from the torque link dimension or position, whatever, or shock strut extension. So either one could be in here. I didn't see any wires or anything like that. But then again, this is a simulator. It might not be accurate. I don't see it. What's up?
What about checking it on the nose gear?
Yeah, we can look at that. Damn it, we got two airplanes here, though, yours and that other one. This is that 737 right here. Oh yeah, here, while we're at it, let's check this one out. Okay, that looks, is that hydraulic? Can't tell where that's going into. I think this is, these are supply lines right here, hydraulic supply lines. Where's that one end up? This might be for the brakes. Because the simulator, it's kind of hard to see where they end up. Look like they just go to nowhere. What the hell? Okay, yeah, they should be hooking up to the brakes though, and these are the supply tubes. You can always tell the supply line from the return line because the supply lines are always thinner. And then this thicker, a little bit thicker, black-looking one would be either. No, that's the electrical. I can see electrical going into this box, so that could be either anti-skid system, like an anti-skid control box there. or I mean, no, I wouldn't expect that to be the squat switch. Again, the squat switch would be either somewhere linked directly to the torque links or on the shock strut itself somewhere. And the fact that I see this conduit coming down over here to I'm inclined to think that's an anti-skid system, but I could be wrong. There are two boxes here though, so yeah, those can both be anti-skid control boxes. Okay, let's go look at the nose. We got both the aircraft's noses right here, so this could be a problem. Okay, yeah, this one. No, where's that? Looks hydraulic. Those look like electrical boxes right there, so there should only be one for the touchdown switch. And especially when you're dealing with the nose, that could be part of the steering system too. Now something else that's common here when you're towing the aircraft. You see this? So you got that pin there on the side that I'm on.
Yeah.
And a lot of time, typically what you'll do is disconnect the upper and lower torque links from each other.
Yeah.
And then tie them up, whatever, so that when you tow the aircraft, it doesn't create problems for the hydraulic side of the steering system. Basically, the upper torque link is hooked up to the hydraulics, and then it just transmits whatever force it gets from the hydraulics to the lower torque link, and that's what turns the steering.
Okay.
And then, but when you're towing it, you're manipulating the steering with the tow fitting, which is going to be down here toward the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, got a couple more bridle assemblies here. Now where you hook up snatch block cables, but that's not where you normally will hook up the tow bar. It's I can't see on this one. Should be. Normally it's down there by the bottom of the shock strut where the tow bar hooks up. It varies with how it actually goes on there.
Yeah.
There's usually a couple knuckles over on the sides that it'll hook. Oh, or actually this part right here, right in the center, in between, and where the pin is at for the lower torque link.
Yeah.
I mean, it could even be right there. I don't know, but again, I don't know the 737, and on top of that, this is the simulator. So how close is this to being accurate? I don't know. But yeah, then on top of that, we got the 737 right in the middle of your aircraft, so it's kind of one of those saying, which airplane are we really looking at here? Because look at that. The one with the bigger tires on it's got to be the 747, but they're both right there.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, the pitot tubes on a 747 literally look like cut off cat whiskers.
Here, let's go over to mine because that 737's interfering to a degree. I'm gonna come over to this one. Then we can find also see if the jack points are on this too. If they're, but sometimes they can be behind panels too. So
I'm gonna exit the aircraft. I'm gonna exit the flight, and I'm gonna come back in onto another aircraft, and I will be directly behind yours. Okay?
All right.
All right.
Okay, usually there's going to be four jack points. Got a jack point right there. Let me see if I can get myself in a better position for it. What is with that writing? No, this is a pogo fitting here again. Why is all this writing backward? That's weird. In any spots where jack fittings go. I mean, that looks like a pogo fitting to me, but well, where are the jack points at? Should be jack points showing up here somewhere. Alright, right sump drain, center wing tank. For disassembly or release air and shock strike. Fill with BMS 3-32 fluid. Oh, here you go. Jack pad access. So you gotta pull this panel off right here. And behind it will be a spot where you hook up a jack Usually hook up a jack adapter. The aircraft could be equipped with it on its own, but more than likely it'll be on an adapter, like that the mechanics bring out with them and attached to the aircraft. Okay, here's your ram air scoop for the air conditioning system, or for the cabin comfort, climate control system, really. Okay, now there should be 2 jack points on each side, I would imagine. The other one is probably elsewhere. Let's see. These only correct size screws, yeah. If you put 2 long screws in, sometimes you can cause them unintended damage to stuff.
Alright, I'm back. This time I'm in a Boeing 787.
Okay. Okay, I found one of the jack points on this, but I would expect to see more. I was expecting to see at least 2 on... let's see. I mean, it could be behind this panel, for all I know, but I don't see any markings indicating there's a jack point over here anywhere. There's one, yeah, just the one over here. right by where the leading edge is at. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Okay, I see David's aircraft, but I don't see him.
I'm trying to up your top.
Alright, there he is. Okay, who's spooling up? Is that you or someone else?
That's me.
Are you getting ready to do another flight or something?
No, I'm turning I'm starting up my engines right quick, and then I'm going to cut the fuel off to the engines, but I'm going to leave the APU on.
Okay. Not much more show and tell I can really do here anyway.
The 787 has inboard and outboard ailerons if you want to give the viewers an idea of what you were talking about.
That's if it models it the same way. Which I don't know how the aileron system on the 787 actually works in real life, so I can't guarantee that even if it, if it does lock out the outboards, then I mean, if you see it represented in here, then we'd know. But if it doesn't, see, it's showing both of your ailerons moving right now, and your flaps are up. So if both your ailerons are moving with the flaps up, then that tells me either the 787 does not lock out the outboard ailerons, or the simulator doesn't accurately represent it.
Alright. Well, what I'm talking about is how the inboard and outboard ailerons are supposed to do when they're functioning.
Yeah.
When they're locked down.
Well, yeah, they're functioning right on this one, but that we already demonstrated on the 747 on the right wing.
Yeah.
Alright, well. Yeah, I want to get off here, lay down and stuff, and call it a day. So. Alright, I will talk to you later. Alright, guys, we're going to call this a day here. So, like David, looks like he hung up now. Alright. Alright, we're going to call this a night here, right? Thanks for hanging out and watching, and I'll see you guys next time.